Hello, merry meet. So today I want to review a tarot deck, and the deck I want to review is this one, Tarot XIII. This is by Neko, and it's published by Fournier. I've also seen it on the Llewellyn page. Now, one thing I have to say before I start, this box is completely impossible to open without damaging it, because those little flaps there sort of connect in, so that, yeah, it's just a pain to get open without destroying the box. So, like I usually do with these videos, let's start with the little white book, or the little grey book in this case. So, yeah. Now, this book has done something that I hate, and that is when it's not a book, but basically some sort of instruction manual. That just makes it so much more difficult to read it. Now also, while this looks somewhat thick, it has a gazillion languages in here. It has Spanish, English, French, Deutsch, and Portuguese. So yeah, it has a section on what is the tarot, which is generally just a tiny little section on that. That's the minor arcana, the major arcana. We have spreading the tarot cards and a diagram. So let's have a look at the English section. So I don't remember much about this book. I sort of just glanced at it because it's not very good. So yeah. As you can see here, there's not that much information on the cards. It's just one paragraph. And the minor arcana has tiny little paragraphs, as you can see. Yes. Here we have this description of a very simplistic spread. And yeah, that is about it. So yeah. This is not good enough. I mean, they might as well not have included this toilet paper, because generally speaking, either they can just not include those books, or they should be enough that while you should have a book on your own, it can get you through the first stages of learning to read the tarot. This one just can't. So when buying this deck, if this is your first deck, and there's definitely decks I recommend more as your first deck, you should get a book on the tarot in addition, because the included booklet just won't cover it. So let's have a look at the cards. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. So yeah, this is the backing. It's very nice, very Gothic. I like that. So let me show you some of the cards. I can't show you all of them because I just don't have the time for a million years long video. As you can see, it is dark and Gothic with a sort of dark steampunk feel. The first thing I thought of when I saw these cards were that anybody who has an experience with the Warhammer 40,000 universe, you know that they use a tarot-like system there to determine people's fate at birth. And I was thinking, that deck that I use has to look something like that. This gives me very much an Warhammer 40,000 feel. So yeah, dark fantasy / dark science fiction steampunk style. I would say that this deck sacrifices symbolism for visual feel. So, yeah, I mean, it's loosely based on the Rider-Waite concept, but very dumbed down. But it's not dumbed down in a way that's that easy to get, so that doesn't mean that I recommend it for beginners either. This I would say, while you definitely can read with it, would suit more towards basically intuitive readings rather than going by this card means such, this card means such, and it's a novelty deck. This is more for deck collectors than for those that want to read with it. Now, I do think that the images on this deck is beautiful. It's a very good looking deck. But, yeah, it lacks a lot of the core symbolism. It's in some ways too simplistic, and yeah. I do really like the combinations of black and white and red. I've always liked pictures that are black and white, and then you might have red lips on the on the model or something like that. So yeah, this is very much a visual style I like. I just wished they had included more of the symbolism. There's some symbolism there, but not enough. The card stock is, well, it's not appalling. It's not extremely good either. But it's acceptable. The card stock is acceptable. So let me finish showing you the Major Arcana here, and then we will be pretty much done, because Major Arcana are not fully illustrated. Let me demonstrate. Ace, twos, threes. I know a lot of early tarot decks did this, but it's just not something I enjoy, because people forget that the minor arcana is just as important as the major arcana, and it just gives you so few cues to read off of. And in addition, a deck that basically definitely targets more towards being a novelty deck and being visual than being a very practical deck. Let's have a look at a few more. Here we have some. The court cards are sort of illustrated. Here we have wands. They are skulls. And here we have a knight. So they are illustrated, but court cards are illustrated. The rest of the minor arcana are just these symbols. And while they are somewhat pretty, I want fully illustrated minor arcana cards. So yeah, let's find some cups. Yeah, those are the cups. And then we are looking for the pentacles, which are keys. So yeah, I have been looking forward to this deck for so long, and I really wanted to like it once it came out. So do I like it? Sort of. I like the images of the Major Arcana. It's a good collector's deck. I do not like that it's not fully illustrated with the Minor Arcana. I do not like that it's so dumbed down. But I would say that if you're a collector of Dark and Gothic decks, then this is one to consider. I would also say that if you are playing the Warhammer 40,000 role-playing games and so on and so forth, and you want a deck as a prop, then I think this might be the perfect one for you, because it definitely gives me that feel. It's definitely very far from a perfect deck. It's too simplistic, while at the same time being too chaotic for beginners. I would say this is a deck I will probably not read a lot with, but rather keep around as a collector's item. So yeah, I'll give this a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's not very good either. And that is my review of Tarot XIII by Neko. I hope you have enjoyed this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.